everyone, it's Basili, level 3 QHHT practitioner, back on again. I want to share something with you that seems to be coming up. Hang on, first of all, have a look at this garden. It's pretty wild. Anyway, I have a chemical-free, wild and free garden that is free to do whatever it wants without my interference and without chemicals. It has gone a bit rogue, but in the end we're sharing the same space, so I accept what it's doing. You haven't seen the front yard, that's totally rewilded and become more of a meadow than a garden. Okay, so I think at this time everyone's reaching a little bit of a crisis, like a collective crisis, because everywhere you turn now, the bullshit is right in your face. How do I feel about it? I kind of feel really disappointed, and I also feel really let down. I mean, I've spent the last 6 years really committed to my high vibing role, really encouraging people to lift themselves up, healing. You know, I've done a lot of work on myself as well, so it's not been a free ride or a spiritual bypassing experience. I've done a lot of work, and I wanted to share the beauty of that with others. But these last few months, I have started to question, is this all just one big gaslight? Like, have we been gaslit into thinking, wow, it's all amazing, it's all beautiful, just, vibe high and everything's going to be amazing? And I know this is really controversial, and I know that a lot of people in my spiritual community are probably going to be pissed off with me sharing things like this, and maybe they'll even question me. But you know what? If I can't be honest about how I feel about all of this, then how can I expect other people to be? So I think everybody may have been, wearing some mask, another kind of mask, another matrix mask, spiritual matrix, why not? I think a lot of it's been avoidance as well, a massive avoidance. Don't look at the things that are actually happening and you'll be fine. And I guess there's some part of that that's true. I certainly bought into that. But I'm also a realist, and I can see things for what they truly are. And my take on it is, if you are not seeing and witnessing the shit that's going down right now, then are you actually paying attention? Because this involves everybody, collectively, to look at the shit we're being asked to witness. We're also being challenged with our heart space. Do we feel compassion? Do we feel anything? Or are we just going to buy into that Stockholm syndrome that everyone seems to be in right now, believing all the bullshit that's coming out of some of the government's mouths? And from the new age and the spiritual and the ufological and just the mainstream, I mean, seriously, Stockholm syndrome on a mass scale. Everyone's believing and making excuses for all these abuses out there. We haven't even touched on the digital ID or the V2K, the voice to skull stuff that's happening, the bioweaponry that was already we're tapped into, our digital twin. I haven't even begun to discuss that stuff, because people simply will go into overload and overwhelm. And I think that's what's happening. People are actually, for the first time, seeing the truth out there. The ones that are into the Stockholm syndrome, still looking at their abusers as if they're going to be the rescuers, still holding these abusers as heroes and, God's representatives. I mean, far out. I've worked with thousands of people who've been abused. Not just, from their parents, but from spiritual organizations, religions, different lodges, Freemasons, you name it. And part of them still, to some degree, and it's even like the domestic violence victims, they have a syndrome that attaches them to their abusers. They even stand up and protect them. It's a program. I think there's a lot of people doing that on a massive scale because they're terrified of actually seeing that these people never had their best interests at heart. Never. But what's the alternative? I can't see anyone better out there. I can't see anyone that's really shining that torch of liberty and freedom and actually being a call for God, not the fake God either. I mean the real deal source. Nobody. There ain't no galactic crew coming down. I'm sorry, they're not. They're involved with the mess, by the way. A lot of them in the GFW, Galactic Federation of Warrens, have all been tapped into this mess and have been a part of it as well. And then they've left and abandoned everybody. You know, and then they claim, oh, no interference. Well, that's a load of bullshit, because they were certainly interfering when they were helping all of the governments and the military use weaponry against the humans. That's interference. You know, so I'm sorry, but there's been one big deception and letdown after another. So it's no surprise that people are not just over it, but I think they're actually feeling overwhelmed with the crisis and what next. You know, of course we've got Gaza, we've now got Virginia Jeffries' book out and all the victims of the Epstein files. You know, this isn't all happening in a vacuum. These abuses weren't happening in a vacuum. They happen all around the world, every single day, to women and children, everywhere. And you know what I see when I work with victims? They get secondary abused by their other parent, the mother usually, in denial that these things are happening. They get secondary abused by the system that don't believe them. You know, and so the rally is always around the perpetrators. The perpetrators get protected. The perpetrators are the ones that are believed. They're the ones that get rallied around, whether it's in families, they get rallied around and supported and deny the victim's truth. In society, it's the same. In the judicial system, it's the same. Why do you think that is? Because they're all in it. I've been saying it for, I don't know, decades. They're all in it together. They protect each other, they look after each other. And the other part is, a lot of them do not believe that abusing children is a problem. They don't see it as anything wrong. So there's a structural condition underlying all of this. It's also a religious one. We won't get into that, but maybe we should. You know, there is actually a religion, you know, that is promoting child sex abuse as being okay. All right? Go and read the Old Testament. Go and read the Talmud. It's all in there. No secret. It's right there. People can look at it, but they don't. I think we are all responsible for turning a blind eye. We're all responsible for pretending it doesn't happen, but it only happens in a vacuum in some, you know, seedy part of the world. And it doesn't. It happens all the way to the top. And if anything, those at the top are more involved in it than those at the bottom. They're the scum that just get the dregs that go to prison to show people, to show society, look how good we are at cleaning the scum. No. They're the fall guys, and the rest of you are up there carrying out your dirty, depraved activities all together, having a good time at the cost of everybody else. So of course, all we are seeing is this deception on a massive scale that we are now witnessing firsthand, 100% real time. And I think we're all in a collective shock, like truth shock. We've just had it all come out. We're learning all about APAC. We're learning all about, you know, I can't say it on here, but you know, whatever with the, you know, facades and all of that, what's happening in Gaza. I mean, fucking hell. You've got to be completely, I don't know, tapped out to not see what's happening there. Again, people believing the abusers. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what country you are. I don't care what your status is. I don't care. If you're doing this disgusting anti-human shit, you are anti-human, full stop. I've got no time for you. I don't support you. I won't even be gaslit by you or your supporters saying, you know, oh, but actually we're doing something behind the scenes. It's all happening behind the scenes. What you see in the front, it's not real. That's called gaslighting. It's an abuser's and narcissistic abuse tactic. And it seems to work. Not on me. Anyway, the shock of the truth that's coming out is what's affecting everybody. And I think we all have to witness this, because it's touching something within ourselves to say, you have to look at this and you have to resolve this for yourself, that you believed and trusted these people. And you have to find a way out. We're all trying to find a way out of it. We really are. We're all trying to find the way out of this disgusting mess. And I don't think it's left or right. I don't think it's white versus colour people. I don't, you know, or humans versus galactic. What the hell is that? It's, you're either pro-human or you're anti-human. That's all it's coming down to now. So you need to make a choice. If you're pro-human, then go pro-human all the way. Not selectively. Not, oh, it's okay for me to be pro-human, but you can go and rape and pillage the kids in Gaza. I mean, what the hell is that? Or Sudan or Iran? No, I'm sorry. Cut it out. And if you're anti-human, then sure, you can align with whatever the hell you want. I don't want to know you. I really don't. I wish you well, and I hope that somehow you work through that. Because that shit's nasty. And it's going to cause you a lot of health problems. Not just mental health, physical health. Because that hatred turns into physical issues. You know, I mean, nothing's going to save that. Your body will do it for you. Your body will break down because of that disgusting depravity, the hatred that you have for other people, other humans, the disrespect. You know, I'm shocked that people are that messed up. I really am. So, where to from here? Take time out. Don't watch any more of those horrible videos. I'm trying to read that Virginia Jeffries book. I think within the first few chapters I've already been disturbed, disappointed, you know. So I'm going to have a break too, I think. I think we've all been waiting for someone to wave the liberty flag, to wave the hero victory flag, and it's not happening. And the very few people that have had the guts to speak up about it in Congress. I think if you think about, you know, they're leaving. They get forced to leave, of course, you know, make it look like they're resigning, but they don't have a choice. Because they don't make it that you don't have a choice. We always have a choice. Pro-human. That's it now. There's nothing else. We're already, you know, sheep to the slaughter. You know, the whole, you know, we've been protected by the shepherd, the lambs. That's not benevolence. That's protecting the sheep to send you to slaughter. Okay? We're heading to the abattoir. That's what these fuckers have been doing. So I'm out. I'm out of it. So get fired up. Don't be a victim. Don't feel disempowered. Fire up. Say no. Listen to your own truth. Fuck everybody else. I'm not listening to anybody. I don't even trust anyone anymore. I think they're all speaking from God knows where. But people I used to hold in very high esteem, I don't anymore. I don't trust them. I don't trust what they're saying. So who do I trust? I trust me. And I'm going to go with me, because I think at the end of the day, I'm the only one that's going to look out for me. And you have to do the same now. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? But I'll still stand up for people, because that's my core value. Still stand up for others. I'll still stand up for the underdog. I'll still stand up for those that are being hurt and abused. I've been doing that all my life, and I'll continue. Right, gorgeous people. I wish you well. Much love and much hugs. We will get through this. If I get some more insights, I will share them. Okay. Big hugs and love. Bye.